having an argument about a particular topic, his views on, cheating and commitment versus mine. He's a married man.
Yes.
19 years? Yes.
19
years.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life.
He said to me in our first conversation, I never touched my wife. I never kissed her. I never did anything until we got married.
Wow.
And I said to him, and I don't want to shock anybody, but I was like, how am I supposed to forget about the great sex I've had in the past? Right? And then I said, how am I to hold back from having sex with this woman and then marry her and discover that the sex might be bad on the other side of marriage? And so, as uncomfortable as that sounds, it's a thought. And I was like, and then that's what we ended up connecting on. But this is my best friend. This is my mentor. He has literally changed my life in so many different ways. And it was like, you know what, we have a responsibility to what the ladies don't know. You know a lot, of course, but we have some views and perspectives. And we have a responsibility to give the ladies the heads up about what's around the corner before they get there.
Was that the motivation for you?
The motivation for me was I love to give words of wisdom. I do it on Twitter. I love to give it. I noticed that the most retweets that I would get on Twitter was from women when I would say things about relationships, and it just got crazy. So I would do 2 a day because I tweet all day. And next thing you know, I'm doing like 5-6 tweets a day about relationships. And, for me, I'm always looking to heal what's hurting. And I was like, women are really going through something out there with this, in this day and age. Guys committing. I was like, well, I was happy to commit, to be married, but I don't know, it's a changed game. I was talking to my manager, Mike Lehman, and he was like, yeah, it's just changed. And I just want to talk to women so they can know, I always say on Twitter, you have to love yourself first.
That's absolutely
right. So create your own.
Especially young women. I just think it's so important for young women to understand they got to work on being strong women first, and then worry about everything else.
Right.
But especially now with Twitter and all the multimedia, all those layers in relationships, men and women can be colder to each other. They don't have to break up in person or make a commitment.
You can text.
Right, exactly. You can hide behind that too. It can be used as anything else.
He's done that before.
And that's terrible. I hope you won't hear it. That's terrible.
Have you text a breakup like, "Hey babe, peace, deuces"? Have you done that?
You just gonna put my business in the street.
Here on television, I don't know.
No, I say, and as crazy as this may sound, that you can get a lot done through a text message, because when you're in person, if you're not on the same page, it's your word against theirs, and if your voice happens to be louder, then you stop someone from getting their thoughts out. In order to respond to a text message, you must first read what the person said first, and then be like, what? And then you have to respond. So that's
I think
my
you're speaking
response.
about something that's pretty common and that women don't admit to. We get so upset and we think that we know the answer to whatever it is we are upset about, that we're having to fight with ourselves, basically. You're asking a loaded question. You already have the answer that you want. You don't want to hear what the gentleman has to say about it. So I see what you're saying there. Reading something, writing it down, though, might be a little more
I
poignant.
think, the text, the writing it down, I don't think it's nice. I think it's, if you've been in a relationship, dating, having a good time, loving, and then all of a sudden you just get a text. Huh?
It's not abrupt like that.
What is it? How else you push send and it's
not like we're like, oh my God, everything is beautiful, and then it's a wrap.
So,
she smelled the text.
Yeah, because she was smelling the troubles before it got to the bottom.
Something very interesting I wanted to ask you guys is because your children span, the age span is
5 all the way, right.
And your daughter's 5?
She's 5, yeah.
So how frank are you going to be as fathers to women, young women, and how is that in your family? Because 2 of your daughters are old enough.
Right.
Certainly you can have very frank conversations with them, or was it awkward to give them advice?
For me, only thing that you have to do to make sure that your daughters are in place is to walk the line, and next thing you know, they don't want to accept anything less than what daddy. So for me, I say create your own world, love yourself before you invite somebody into that world. Don't expect a man to fix your world.
For me, as an adult, I believe that we are a direct reflection of our childhood. So I tend to want to date somebody that reminds me of my mama. Now that can be a good thing. In a lot of cases, it's a bad thing. So, if you notice your mama being cursed out and things were abusive in whatever capacity, then dysfunction is normal for you. So to have a woman that's peaceful and polite and nice, it's too sweet. It's boring. I don't want that. You want a woman that's going to snap back when you snap because you're used to the feeling of
creating
dysfunction.
drama.
That's it.
That's what you're used to.
That's what you're used to.
If you're a loving woman and you run into a man that comes from a rough background, he's not a fixer-upper project, but you have to be patient and understand that he represents the things that he was exposed to. And he's walking in duplicating his parents and his
walking in
image.
those shoes.
That's it.
I'm having so much fun doing this. You guys.